everybody know these ladies here. My boy Rob. You guys know who I am, obviously. Saying now known as Steve the Nerd. So we're gonna start with top left on my screen. So that would be Aaliyah. Just pretty much just give us introduction. Who might have inspired you to stream 2K? If you do have any favorite 2K streamers, who those might be. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So just we go around. We start with Aaliyah. Go down to Queen R, then Queen Vibes, and boom, and then we'll get this kicked off.
All right, so my name is Aaliyah. Some of y'all may know me from YouTube, and some of y'all may know me on Twitch as the first female legend of 21. I started streaming 2K in 19 actually, but I've been playing 2K since 17. And I started taking 2K like more serious in 19, which is why I started streaming it. I wouldn't say like anybody specific inspired me to stream it, but I really enjoyed the game and I decided to take it serious and I wanted to grind it. So that's kind of what got me into streaming it more. And then 20, I started taking it more serious. I started playing stage. And then 21, I decided that I wanted to grind to legend. And it kind of just started from there.
All right.
So, so what made you start 2K? You know what I mean? Like just started to play it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like all my friends had 2K in 17 and like my whole friend group. So then we just started playing 2K. And then like I found out that I really enjoyed playing 2K. And then that's kind of how it started. Just my friend group at the time.
That's tough. That's tough. Go ahead. Go ahead. Queen R.
Hi, my name's QueennR. I started 2K in 2K 16. I played a little bit. I didn't really play 17. I started streaming it in 19. That's when I moved over from YouTube to Twitch. I used to be a Fortnite streamer, so that's how I started all the streaming stuff. Um, so basically, I hooped in high school for 3 years, and everyone's like, "Oh, try out 2K." So I did, and that's when I started. And 20 came. I did good in 20. Then 21, that's where I got my first logo, and I started like getting my name out there more. Then I moved on to 22, got my second logo. 23, got my third logo, and yeah, so on. But yeah, I started playing more, like started taking it serious, like in 2021 probably. And this year I actually starting to play pro am. And starting to get like better than just being a content creator. I actually want to play like comp and stuff. So yeah.
No, that's tough. I did not know you came from Fortnite. That's actually new. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's what my name was. Yeah.
That's tough. Go ahead, vibes.
What's good, everyone? My name is Queen Vibes, and as far as like, I'm a 2K streamer. As far as inspiration, what inspired me is kind of similar to what Aaliyah said. As far as the friend group at the time, my friends played a lot of 2K. I actually played GTA a lot, so they always like, "Why don't you come over here and play 2K?" And I was like, "Nah." And then I decided to play it, and I was like, "You know what? This game is lit. It's a little toxic, but it's lit." Um, Other than that, yeah, that would be my inspiration, and yeah, I love it now. And I got a 2K logo, so it's a W. So I don't know. I'm nervous. My bad.
Nah, you're fine. It's fine. This is everybody's first time. Nah, go ahead, boom.
Hey, I'm Boom Boom. I've been playing 2K since 2K9, so I'm kind of OG. Um, been playing 2K just because I love basketball. It's my favorite sport ever. So like when I was younger, growing up on Southside Chicago, we gamed a lot because we couldn't really go outside too much, especially when it got dark. So I started off playing NBA Street, then NBA Live, and then switched over to 2K and been playing it ever since. For me, I just started streaming in 2K22. So it was my first year just because I've always played it. I always wanted to stream, but I was really nervous because I have some social anxiety. But kind of just got over it, started streaming it, and been successful. My first year in getting a logo, and now just grinding. 2K23, doing a lot of stuff with Pro Am, stage, all that. So it's fun. I
Is
like
was this year your first logo?
it. Yes.
Stuff and vibes. I think you too, right?
Yeah, yeah. It
How
is.
did how did that feel to get your first logo this year?
I
For
cried.
me, yeah, I was actually in the mall and I was like screaming a little bit. And my mom was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay." Like, not really, but I'm okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I cried because I was a part of Demi's 2K Next Makers tournament, the first one, and we kind of made it real far. And I, tried to do my best. Shout out to iPod, like he's a huge inspiration of mine. He's a good friend of mine now, and he kind of gave me that opportunity, and I kind of balled out in that tourney, and it just paid off. They decided to give me a logo, especially because I was really, really small at the time. So
You
just
know,
to
that's
kind of be
tough.
grateful for it.
That's what's up, though. I mean, that's what's up. Rob, if you want, you can go ahead.
No, I'm saying shouts to the boy iPod King Carter, man. That's dope.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
even
my
know y'all was
homie.
cool like that. That's dope. I mean, we're gonna get right into it, man. Like, ladies, y'all gotta tell me and the people watching, what do y'all go through day to day as a female 2K streamer? And boom, we could start with you.
A lot. um, a lot of the times, no, let me not preface this by saying it's not all bad. You got a lot of people who are really inspired, especially having a logo. You get a lot of good commentary in the game, especially when they see you, they want to know who you are. So that part is great. You do get some of the toxicity that the 2K community is known for. Um,
Naturally.
and disrespect because they think you're a girl, they think you're not good at the game, and then when you smack them and push their face in, then they get mad and want to say, go make me a sandwich, go wash the dishes, yada yada yada. At the end of the day, but it comes with the territory. It's just you get a lot of negativity overall, and I think that comes with being a content creator. It's just trying to see what we can do to make the community less toxic so that other female content creators or females who want to play the game don't feel intimidated by the negativity that you get just from even speaking on a mic in game chat.
And so, what about you, Vibes?
Uh, a lot of slack. Honestly, I feel females cop a lot, and yeah, for me, I just try to keep a positive mindset. I feel like sometimes, even when you have a positive mindset, you can be forced to come out of that a little bit and get a little toxic, because it's like, damn, I'm trying to stay positive, but, you just sending me all this negativity my way. It's like, I want to, you know, come back at you, but it's like, yeah, I feel like it's a lot of slack. We get a lot of slack, but like Boom said, there's a good side of it where when you have the 2K logo, a lot of people, do respect you and they do want to know. They're curious, they want to know, of course, how you got the logo and so forth. So yeah.
And QueennR, what about you?
I say, for being a female content creator, even plus a 2K female that you play like 2K for, I say like you have to be really strong, and it's not for the weak. That's all I'm gonna say. We do get a lot of hate, but there's good like cons, especially like if you have a logo or you're really good at the game. It feels good to say like, oh, you're good for a girl, like that always feels good because you're a girl. Like most guys play this, and I'm happy to like bring more people or more females in the community and play this game because we're actually growing like every day. There's so much new female content creators that join. Um, but yeah, like I said, there's a lot of toxic people, immature people, but even through that, you still gotta like keep grinding and push through that and ignore the hate and just do it for you.
Okay, and Aaliyah?
Um, I would say it definitely has its pros and cons. Um, One thing I would say is like kind of what Queen said, being strong through it all. It gives you like strength, and you could definitely be strong and be a female in gaming, and just to be able to inspire others is an amazing thing. Always, you know, you can't always focus on what people are gonna say, or specifically what dudes are gonna say when you're in the 2K community. You just kind of got to be strong and ignore it and keep going.
I mean, and respectfully, the 2K community is very toxic. I think whether you're a female or a male, I think it gets
Hmm.
really,
Right.
really toxic. Like I've heard some really messed up things, even
Yeah.
as a guy. So I want to ask you guys, starting with Aaliyah, what's like maybe not the worst thing you heard, but something someone messaged you and it kind of made you go, huh, okay, like, yo,
Oh,
what's one of
Lord.
those things?
It's a
Starting with Aaliyah.
bunch. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
So maybe
Um,
give me the funniest or the worst one.
I mean, just earlier somebody told me to do the dishes. Go in the kitchen, do the dishes. Um, I've gotten some pretty harsh things. A lot of it was in 21 when I was grinding to legend at first. And people used to tell me that I stink and that my private parts stink, and I used to deal with that all the time. Like
We get those.
it was all over TikTok, and everybody was just bashing me and going crazy. So like
Off
that's
of a
one of the things that I
2K
was
game.
like,
That's insane. Off a 2K
That's
game.
crazy.
yeah.
That's
Que-
crazy.
Queen, what about you?
Um, I say like a lot of threats, like when people make like multiple accounts and just threat you, just saying bad things about you. That really got to me at one point, but I ignored it, and like they follow about you, then like they just try to get you every day just to bring you down. But like I don't let that get to me no more. I just push through it and just ignore it. But yeah, that's one probably the biggest thing. It's just like doing it over and over again.
Oh, what about you, Boom? You look like you got a lot. You look like it's a
See,
lot going
I've
on.
learned to, because this is my first real like big year streaming where I'm getting a lot of people to my stream. So I'm like, very much, I turned off my messages because what I'm not gonna do is have somebody have me throw my controller. Because I'm from the South Side of Chicago. I will clap back at you in a heartbeat. Like that's just how I am. But I think the funniest thing I was playing in the stage and I was just being a troll because like they were talking to each other. So I was just like, let me get a little bit of content out here. And they was like, man, why don't you shut up and go get your nails and toes done? And I'm like, okay. But that's like, is that supposed to be an insult?
I
Because,
don't know.
you know, it's
Think
about
so.
time for a new manicure, new pedicure. But like, yeah, I get that. I get go back to the kitchen or go in the kitchen, make me a sandwich. That my Twitter bio literally is not in the kitchen. So like, it's the same thing. Nobody's really unique in the 2K community in that respect.
All right, what about you, Vibes?
Mine is similar to all, to be honest. Honestly, I probably got everything, called everything. Uh, but I would say for me, it's definitely the kitchen. That's number one. It's go make me a sandwich. But I love when I can clap back, like if we went in or whatever the case is, after they sent me a message, trying to intimidate me, then, I can type back and be like, you know what, make me a sandwich for once, that type of thing. But, you know,
How do you, and it's not to, you guys can answer it freely, but I guess you could say you guys grew a thick skin. How long did it take you before these comments, might not have bothered you as much, compared to maybe when you first got into 2K and, you heard this? How was your first reaction, compared to now? How long did it take you to get to the point where it's like, this doesn't bother me anymore? It is, they're just doing it just cause, you know.
I think for me, I've looked at how far I've come now, especially ever since I got my 2K logo, and I'm like, you know what? I'm actually doing something, and I shouldn't care about what people are, thinking of me or what they, whatever the case is. So, yeah, it just doesn't bother me now compared to 2020. So, 2020 was tough coming into the 2K community because obviously, with all the slack that female gamers get, you did have to, you do have to grow a thick skin. So, yeah.
I can only imagine. What about you, Aaliyah?
Um, I didn't start getting those until like probably 20 or 21 when I started Granite Legend. And honestly, like when it comes to being in the 2K community, it taught me how to be strong and have a tough skin because it gets really harsh and really bad. I don't really like remember a time where I was like I got tough, but it definitely made me stronger, and especially like mentally going through all that.
I can feel that. I can feel that. What about you, QueennR?
I say like where the hate started coming was when I got my logo. Cause when you win, people don't want you to see you win, so they hate. So when you're winning, so when you have haters, you know you're winning. So like I was like, dang, like if I got this hate, I know I'm winning, so I'm just gonna keep going. So that's basically when I got my hate, when I got my first logo.
What kind of, in a way, fuels you to keep doing what you're doing?
Wait, what? Like,
A little bit. A little bit. But
Yeah.
nah.
it's like I was gonna do that regardless. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
let
Mm-hmm.
negativity stop me from my goals and what I'm trying to accomplish. Whether it be you get the hate from winning, losing, whatever. Like people just want to talk at the end of the day. So I'm still a work in progress though. You catch me on a good day, you might get a clap back. But like you just like I said, I've done little things to kind of help protect my mental health because especially when I first got my logo and I was super small, like really, really small when I got my logo. So for people who, especially because I got it season 2 over a lot of great female content creators, a lot of content creators in general, and so it was like a huge wave that I wasn't expecting, but you push through it. I'm a work in progress every single day. You gotta get better at it.
I
Now, as
think
far as like streaming, wait, were you gonna say something, Leah?
nah, I was just gonna say like it kind of makes me more motivated to prove them wrong when they say certain
Mm.
things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think that's, to be honest, just in general as a streamer. I feel like because we might not go, for example, me, I might not go through obviously what you guys going through, but just negative energy in general just makes you want to keep going that much harder, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
go ahead, Rob.
that negative energy makes me smile, and I will be in the corner raining down more threes with no problem. I love that, man. To be honest, and all four of you guys are streamers, right? All of you guys stream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What what are the hurdles you think y'all face as stream like females who stream 2K versus a guy that would stream 2K? And we could start with Boom.
Um, that's an interesting question for sure because obviously you're gonna have a lot of weirdos in your chat that I
Of
never
course,
expected.
of
When I
course.
first started streaming, I grappled with the fact of having a face camera and not. Mainly because I am like I said, I have social anxiety in
Okay.
new situations, and um, I'm not used to. I like my privacy. Like I'm a little bit older than probably everybody here, so I'm like I really don't want people all in my business. Like I
Right.
don't want that. So I just decided to do it just because I felt like it was important to see females in the community who are striving to be at a competitive level and that could inspire maybe somebody younger getting into 2K for the first time and um doing that. But you get some weird comments, you get some weird suggestives um in your stream. You just gotta, like I said, my mod team is strong. They will block that on a with the swiftness. But I think that's a weird a huge hurdle for us is people trying to say we're streaming in this community for weird like bad reasons. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Queen
I think
R.
your
What about
camera
you?
froze, all Boom. Like turn on and off your
Did
camera.
it?
Yeah.
It was good for me.
Oh, it's good on my side.
Yeah, it's
For
fine.
real?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
froze on my. I don't know what the fuck. Well, you're froze. All right, I'm gonna say it's only that's only on her hand.
I turned it off though for you.
All right.
There you go.
You good now? That was weird. All right. So I say the
Yeah.
hurdles of being like a female 2K streamer or like a streamer in general. I say like the hate is what stops most people. They like just don't want to hear it. But then again, I say like the time schedule you got to put into streaming. Uh, that's a big thing. Time. The mental. I say males are more stronger when it comes to mental, especially through the hate, because females have like more emotions and stuff, and I say that knocks them down more. So I say you got to be really really strong. When you do the streaming stuff as a female, and yeah, that's what I say.
Aaliyah?
Um, I don't really think there's a difference with like the hate that everybody gets. I feel like men and women both get hate. Um, it just is kind of like a streamer thing, to be honest. It just comes with streaming, and people just gonna come in your chat and say whatever they want. Um, but I definitely do think like, obviously we do deal with more weirdos because we're females. In that sense, we do deal with more in our chat, but I do think that men go through the same amount of hate. It's just in different ways, and it's not as like weirdos as we get since we're females.
And vibes.
I definitely get weirdos in my chat quite often. Um, but again, that gets blocked pretty fast with the great mods that I do have in my chat when they're in my chat. Yeah, I just feel like as a female streamer, you do get a lot of slack once again. Yeah, I don't. That's kind of a tough question for me to really ask, so I think I might dip out on that one. But
I mean, so okay,
kind of sticky.
so
Yeah.
being that again, all of you guys are female streamers. If you had a chance to tell a young female streamer, hey, watch out for this or watch out for this, what advice would you give a young female streamer right now, like that's aspiring to be like you guys? And we can start with Boom.
I would say don't stop. You're gonna like again, you're gonna get hate regardless when you open yourself up to the public when you decide to become a content creator. It's just the nature
Right.
of the game, especially if you show your face. So regardless of what people say, they're gonna keep talking because at the end of the day, they want to be in your position. They don't have the same drive that you do to continue on that grind. So um, keep posting. I personally wouldn't start with streaming. I'd start with content and then put streaming once you get a
Right.
little bit of a following. Um, I did it backwards, but that's okay. But be consistent, keep grinding, and whatever goals that you have, whether it be in whichever game that you want to play or grind, um, start little hurdles, keep reaching those goals, and continue on because at the end of the day, it's gonna make you it helps with my social anxiety for sure, but it's gonna get you to whatever goal that you want to be. You just got to keep grinding with to it, and then find good community. Like I've met QueennR, I met Queen Vibes, I met a lot of positive female content creators in this community who's been rocking with me. Pink, OG, like not just people
Mm.
here. Hustle, like there's a lot of people in this community that want to see females win, and so when you get to that community, like you just gotta find your people and try to make that group there.
That's dope. What about you, Aaliyah?
Um, Honestly, I would say learn how to have a strong mind in this community. Your mental is very important, and how you go about things is very important, how you react to things. So I would say focus on building a strong mental, which is not easy, and it does take time. But for sure, bouncing off of what Boom said, stay consistent, keep grinding, don't give up on yourself, believe in yourself, no matter what people say or how people react to you, your streams, your logo. Just keep going and keep grinding and learn how to be strong. Even as a female, we could be strong. So, yeah.
And what about you, Vibes?
I would say just keep striving through it all. I feel like don't let nobody stop your shine. Believe in yourself, and yeah, just push yourself. Don't let it stop your shine. That's all.
And Queen.
I say for one thing, a big inspiration that like two females that helped me out. Back in 2K17, I started watching Maya Selena. She inspired me a lot, and I'm actually closer to her like now. Um, and Aaliyah in 21, me and her used to play all the time, and she inspired me too, just to keep playing and getting better at the game. Um, and I say for all females, actually just be consistent, have a good schedule, mindset, like they said. That's the main thing about it. And yeah, like right now, I'm actually just trying to inspire my females and get them to play, starting tournaments, and just getting everybody together and like everyone just support each other because a lot of females have like trouble like supporting other females, but like if we really do it together, we
Be
could be
that
as
way.
big as like take over 2K and be really a part of 2K
Uh,
like we are right now. So yeah.
Yeah.
I really love that you said that, Queen, because you did mention two females that inspired you in 2017. So my question now is, since they've been playing since 2017, why do you think there hasn't been a female to really blow up on 2K?
Because
Um,
males are weird, bro.
Yeah, there's so many weirdos
So,
these days now. But I say there's like so many of us, and it's like
mhm.
we're just like growing every day, and it's like hard to like find that one female that like, oh, like she's like the top star, But there's so much females now that have talent. Than back then, there's only like so much little females. So now it's kind of hard to like spot it like who's the best because there are already so many good people out here.
Okay, what do you think, Aaliyah?
I definitely do think it's possible for a female to blow up. Um, it just takes that one female. I think also like not only playing the game and being good at the game, but also being a good streamer as well. Entertaining your stream, entertaining your chat, making people's day, making people happy, making people smile, like being entertaining and having that energy as a streamer, not only just, in the 2K community. I think it definitely is possible to blow up off of 2K and streaming.
Speaking of blow up, boom. What you think?
No, so I definitely think it's possible. I think it's going to be a harder role in the 2K community because one, it's a niche market, so it's not as many
Mm,
people watching sports games, right? Only. But then two, also, there's a lot of I like what Garcelle said in the chat, where it's a lot of ego stuff with when it comes to
mm,
female 2K creators and playing. It's a male dominated market, so it's definitely possible, especially if all female content creators band together. We push each other's content, we show highlight each other. I love what QueennR did last year. We heard all female tournament. Keep putting that type of content out with them actually trying to make one this year as well. But it's gonna be a harder path in the 2K community because a lot of guys don't like it when a female is better than them at the game. Period. They don't like,
mm.
and so I think it's definitely possible. Especially like Aaliyah said, you got to be consistent. You got to improve your streams. You got to be entertaining. Um, but it's just gonna be, like I said, it's only gonna take one, and you'll see that
Hmm.
talent keep going and going and going. So it's on us like right now who are in the community to build that foundation so we can either a do it ourselves and be that one, or two inspire the next generation of female content creators to get to that position where we can say, yo, this is the greatest female content creator or content creator period um, in the community. So
And what do you think, Vibes?
I just feel that there's a lot of very good female 2K players. Like, boom, you're one of them. I really see you going like super, super far, super, super far. Um,
appreciate you.
I see a lot of QueennR, Aaliyah. I'm just now finding out about you, and I know you're dope. So I see a lot, a lot of females blowing up. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's it.
So what do you guys think is not being done by either the 2K community, female 2K streamers, or 2K itself to support that one female streamer that goes up a little higher than everybody else? For example, on the men's side, Aiden wasn't that good, but Aiden blew up. A lot of these guys weren't like the best players, but they blew up and then they ventured into other things. What do you think is stopping that one female streamer from blowing up in that capacity? And boom, we could start with you.
I don't think there's anything really stopping it. I think that just the awareness of how many female content creators are available for that
Mm,
is what our community needs. So a lot of the guys, especially when you're going in, you're not seeing a lot of guys pull up to female content creators streams, right? That traffic, well, not saying that's not happening, but like the showcase of getting that traffic to our streams and knowing what female content creators are in the community is not as great as a Aiden, as a Duke, as a agent or something like that, right? So I think it's on us to, one, when you have like different tournaments or different special events in 2K, that we make sure that we have a female presence, whether it be, and I would like it to be a variety of female presence in those type of things. That's why I'm so grateful for somebody like Demi who makes an effort to have females and showcase female talent in his tournaments, or Queen, like I said, putting on an all female tournament. A lot of good people coming out of that. So I think it's just making a concerted effort as not only us as female content creators putting up each other and boosting up each other, but also, um, when you have these special events, making sure that female content creators are there to support.
All right, QueennR, what do you think?
I say like males like they just really don't care. Like Aiden, he's a wild guy. You know, he gets out of character. And females, they like we do have character, but like I think we could show it, but it's hard for us to show it. So like that one female, she really got to be outgoing. Like Aiden or like anybody else that blew up recently. But yeah, there's just so many of us in the 2K community now. Like I said, it's kind of hard to find the stars. So someone really got to put that extra effort and like blow up off of that. And yeah, that's all I gotta say.
How do you feel, Aaliyah?
Um, for one, I definitely think on the men's side, it's kind of like it's harder as a female because they judge us, and a lot of men aren't open to watching a female play 2K and open to, like Boom said, us being better than them. Um, so that's one thing, and then another thing is like kind of what I was saying before, somebody with like personality, entertaining, on top of having the game and being good at it, it's just gonna take that one female to do that.
And Vibes, what you think?
I feel like just big energy, very entertaining. Someone that can, I don't know, have a lot of energy and yes, like Leah said, be good at the game. Um, yeah.
And then with all that being said, right? And I think this is the question I feel like most people would be waiting for with a panel full of, lovely young ladies. With all that being said, do you think what Lady Go Brazy did kind of set back the community, the female 2K community? And Aaliyah, we can start with you.
Hi. I wouldn't say that what she did affected us as a community. I believe that like it's an individual type of thing because not all of us are going to do what she did. Um so I don't think it should affect the whole community, and the whole community shouldn't be judged by what she did. Um because it some of us is a real thing that we do go through, and it's actually a real situation. Um but it is unfortunate that she decided to go that route, but I don't think it does affect us as a whole as a community.
What about you, Queen? Because you smiling and stuff over
I'm
there. What
not
about
looking at
you?
my chat. My chat's talking
Oh,
crazy.
all
All right.
right.
I say like Aaliyah said, like it didn't affect all of us because that's her person. That's what she did. That's what she made it on herself. Um, I say like for all the females out there, don't do what she did. Just grind for yourself, be consistent, and you'll get somewhere. Um, but yeah, that was real immature of her. But like I said, I hope she learned a lesson. Just stays back on that grind. I'm not gonna put no downfall on her. Just keep grinding. Like I said, I even went to her chat and was like, "Yo, you shouldn't have done that. Like, if you want to collab with me, we could collab and I'll help you out." But
Oh, that's what's
that
up.
what she
That's what's
did,
up.
that's what she did like was wrong. So I was like, yeah, just like hit me up whenever. I even put a whole tweet out like, if anybody needs help, I'll for sure collab with you. I could get you in my tournaments. I'm actually gonna host one this month with somebody. So yeah.
Okay, and boom.
I like I said, I sat in them spaces like we all sat in them spaces. I would like it to be on. I would have liked it to be focused on the actual real issue, which is how can we as a community be less toxic, really. And I don't understand, like, in that situation, she's talking specifically about content creators. And we're not going to sit here and pretend like there hasn't been weird situations between content creators. Because I'm small and I've had it happen to me personally. Not to that extreme, but stuff has happened that we keep silent on because at the end of the day, we don't want a situation where, like, Lady Go Brazy situation, even though whether hers is real or fake, I didn't even stay to find out, right? Whether hers was a real situation or a fake situation, um, it happens. It's happened to a lot of people. And so I would like that to be the focus instead of judging somebody's character in that situation. Um, Again, don't go that route if you don't need to do that as a female content creator. There's a lot of good people out here that are just grinding the game, that are good at the game, whether they're grinding for Legend, whether they're grinding in the park, where they're entertaining. There's a lot of female content creators out here. I don't think it set us back as a community. I think it set her back personally, especially if that wasn't her, if whatever her intentions was in that situation. But um, again, my main focus is to, like I said, whenever I'm in anything, I want to hype up my ladies. I want to bring attention. I got a list. Ask Queen and all of them. I got a list of people. Anytime somebody talk about some female creators on 2K, I got a list of people I
Oh, you
tag.
do.
Like, so you know, that situation is that situation. Wish her the best in luck, but let's focus on the real issues, which is how can we ensure that the environment is a good environment for us to be in.
Okay, I like that. Vibes, what you think?
I feel like it didn't really set back the female community as far as that. I feel like that's individually, like you, that's your character, that's who you're showing, yourself to be out to the community. So I don't feel like that should affect anybody else. But yeah, let's focus on the real thing as far as how can we be better and what's really the issue, of that situation. It could, all boil down to like mental health or whatever the case is. Like we should be trying to support each other and just see how we can come together and just show love, man, and support. That's it.
Okay, and I really like what you said, Boom. Like I really like what all y'all said, but Boom kind of touched on what my next question was really gonna be. It's like, have you guys had experiences with bigger streamers, guys with logos, guys with blue checks, and their contact or communication with you? Have you guys had these situations? And if you have had them and they were negative, why have you not spoken up about it? And we'll start with
Can
Boom.
I was gonna say, can I
Of
start
course, of
that?
course, of course.
So in those situations, I want to make it perfectly clear because I don't want nobody missing my words and try to drag me on Twitter. Um, this is not a every single content creator type of issue, so I don't want to put it out there. I've been blessed to collab with a lot of male content creators, and a lot of them are just genuinely want to see you win. I have friends with a lot of them, right? But there are a few that are weird, very much so. And I'm just not going I'm not going to mince word about it. The reason you don't say anything about it is because one, um I'm not trying to put nobody on blast because that may not be their intention, but the conversation on that is weird, right? Two, I'm not trying to have that, and it's hard as a female content creator because that becomes the stigma, right? Lady Go Brazy for a situation, that's gonna be her stigma. That's gonna carry throughout with her
Sure.
for a long time. Even if she rebands and becomes a different person, it's still gonna
They'll
carry
always
throughout
remember
her
that.
being in the
Yeah.
community the whole time. So for me personally, like I would rather not have to go through that situation to say, hey, this person is weird, stay clear of them, and then their entire, especially because I'm a smaller content creator, their entire community comes from me, or it's in now in the community now where it's a space about Boom for this, and is what really bothered me. And I'm sorry, I hate to go on a rant. What really bothered me about that space when it was all that. Not saying that the space was bad, right? But what really bothered me, it became a judgment of her character instead of, and whether it's true or not. And that it becomes a court of popular opinion at that point. If you don't like that person or whatever, like it could drag you and or put you in a negative light. And so I would personally just would rather not go through that situation and just steer clear of said content creator and just focus on people who are um just cool and just really want to collab and genuinely want to see you grow. So, um, yeah, hate to go on a rant. My bad. I just wanted to put
No,
that
you
out there.
good, you
So
good. I
it's
mean,
clear because I don't
we
want nobody
need your
come for me on
perspective
Twitter.
right now. We
Like,
need your perspective on these things. You feel me? Like
yeah,
these are things that a lot of us guys in the community, we don't know, so we do need that perspective. So again, Aaliyah, we could follow up so we could finish up the question. Aaliyah, what do you think?
I never had um like a big content creator how Boom has experienced,
Hmm.
but I will say like I do truly focus on myself and my grind, and I do stay in my own lane, and I worry about what's important, and I do ignore when a situation like that happens. That's just how I mentally stay strong and stay focused. I just choose to ignore it and kind of like move past it and not let it like be in my mind for that long. Um, that's just how I am.
Okay. And Queen R, what about you?
I'll be on the same path as Aaliyah. Like I said, I'm in my own lane. When there's big things going on Twitter, especially like big 2K content creators going back on Twitter, and like there's other people looking at them, other people looking forward to them. I think that's wrong. Like you shouldn't be ranting on Twitter or starting drama. Um, I say like you're your own person, so if you do that, that's on you. But yeah, so I say just grind for yourself. You want to make your name as you grinding hard, working for it, and just being inspiring to everybody else.
And staying away from the drama. I feel it. And
Hmm.
Queen vibes.
Yeah, I just mind my own business. Honestly, I just feel like, um, when you get involved in business that's not really your business, it can get sticky and it could backfire on yourself. And like you said, it could build a crazy character. Um,
Hmm.
so I just stay in my lane, and that's it. I feel like that's what's really got me to where I am now, not by being like that. Because, of course, we all get, we have times where we just want to rant or say certain things, but then you got to stop yourself and be like, okay, let me not do that. But yeah, I just feel like it all comes down to, character and just watching what you say and what you get yourself involved in, just know. Yeah.
Okay.
I wanna add on to what you guys are saying, or actually ask you a question. So if you guys are getting hit with all this negativity, and let's say it's someone of a bigger content creator or just anybody, I understand you want to stay in your lane, but if it's that important to where it's happening all the time, why not say anything? Like I get you don't want to maybe out the person, but if it was the other way around, you see guys time on Twitter,
Oh
they
yeah.
don't care.
Facts.
They attack somebody, they'll put somebody on a spot.
Mm.
Why not do that?
I think again it comes down to the fact that as a female, that can become a stigma for you, right? And again, I don't want it to be that defines me as a 2K player, that defines me as a content creator, that defines me in general on in the court of public opinion, because at the end of the day,
Right.
that's what 2K community is a court of public opinion. If you like that person or you don't like that person. And unfortunately, just the way society is, if they're a bigger content creator, they have more leeway in their
Right.
community, because especially if you're a smaller content creator, it's going to be harder to get that backing in that sense. So I'm not,
There's
again,
a
and a
lot of
lot of those
things.
situations, whether it's big or if it's a bigger situation, obviously I would say speak up, right? But then some dudes are just weird. Like they small situations that you get when walking down the street, you might get that in the 2K community, right? And so it's just doing what you do normally, brushing it off, minding your business because it's free, and just keeping your lane, like keeping, like you said, keeping your lane, staying your person, and letting that show in the community instead of I'm only known in the community for this situation. And that's
Hmm.
me
Right.
personally. I would rather not be known for anything not like that. I would rather be known as a good 2K player or a entertaining 2K player
Hmm.
as opposed to the person who said XYZ and brought this person down. Like I don't want to be known for that.
Now,
And
what
that's the sentiment with everybody. Like everybody feels that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
Um.
if you know them personally though too, you should maybe personally message them instead of commenting
Mm-hmm.
back on comments or I think it just depends on the situation. you know
Yeah, like it's stuff don't need to be public, and I don't know why
Right.
people keep trying to make it public. Like if you have a problem with somebody, and I'm saying for anybody who has a problem with me, if you don't like me or you want to talk to me about why you don't like me, that's okay. Like I'm receptive to that. Like there's a lot of people that don't. Like let's have a conversation and keep it private. But a
Mhm.
lot of people would rather push it and make it something that it doesn't have to be in the court of public opinion, and that's
Exposure.
not
Yeah.
necessarily that's not necessarily the case. You know, I try to be a genuine person, so give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Have you got well, ladies, have you ever gotten to a point where it just gets to you where it's like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, you know? Do you ever just want to like not necessarily give up, but maybe take a break?
I did,
I took a break.
Yeah, I took
but
many breaks. Hmm.
yeah, a lot of mine was I was going through stuff personally. Like when
Yeah.
I got my logo, I got my logo like in November or whatever, whenever the second season was, right? And then back to back, I had two major deaths in my family. And then on top of that, I still had my messages on. So anytime I was anywhere, people were messaging me, and I was just like, you know what? I need a break. So I had a trip planned to go to my grandfather's funeral, and then had a trip planned to Jamaica already. So I took that time to kind of reset, refresh, and get my mind right and get back mentally.
Hmm.
But never let that like the hate or nothing stop you. Like take your breaks because obviously we have mental we have to take care of our mental, whatever way that
Right.
be. So if you need to take a break to get your mind right, take that because your mental health is way more important than anything in this content creation 2K online period. Um, and then once you're ready, come back. It's
Hmm.
on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say the same thing. Mental health is a big thing, especially you don't want to go into your stream with low energy. You're going through stuff. I say you want to be on the full energy. You want to do hour streams and stuff. But yeah, your mental is like a big part of life. That always comes first before 2K anything. You can always come back to this and always grind even harder. Where you left off at.
I've I've kind of like learned how to work through things, and if anybody knows me, like they know I stream for a very long time for hours and hours. Um, and I kind of just learned to like work through it all, and then sometimes also streaming helps me actually get through some of the things. Um, since I'm like just focused on working hard and my grind. So I don't think I've ever felt like I needed to take a break from what I do. But if you feel like you need to take a break for yourself and for your mental health, definitely do it and take your time to yourself.
Now, I mean, as far as the toxicity in the community, right? Like, we all understand when it comes to gaming, it's not exclusive to the 2K community where people are toxic, man. Like, people are toxic. And like I said, I've heard a lot of wild stuff too. Where do you think, as a community, we can improve? I mean, and it might be an impossible question. I would just really like to pick your brains about it. Like, where do you think we can improve to kind of lessen the toxicity in the 2K community? Maybe not just for women, but I mean in general, because it is extremely toxic. One, I'll give you something they said to me, because I'm a lot older than most of these guys I play with. So when I'm draining threes in their face, I told the kid how old I was because I run with my son. And he goes, "Damn, you was in the picture with John F. Kennedy. I was shaking hands." And I bust out laugh. Like, I laughed. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed. I thought it was
That's
funny,
funny,
but I'm
bro.
like, they about to old joke me to death. You feel me? Now I'm everybody's grandpa. I'm everybody's dad's dad. And only comebacks I got is, "You better chill if I go talk to your mother." You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I got. And because it's a naturally toxic environment. So, I mean, what do you think we can do as a community to improve on that toxicity? Aaliyah, you could start.
I mean, I think like it comes a time when it's like competition and comparison. And a lot of the times people get caught up on comparing on the competition of it all, whether it's female versus female or men versus females. It's just something that the community has that goes on. So I think the comparison and the competition of it all would have to simmer down and like not be so much of that and just focus on the game, being good at it, supporting each other, being there for each other, grinding, working hard, and all that.
What do you think, Queen?
Um, I say like the 2K community always been toxic. I think there's times where we even try to stop it, but it just won't stop. A lot of people go off of drama. That's what brings attention nowadays. Twitter Spaces attention and brings like popularity to all that. So that's what people like. So it's kind of hard, to actually stop it.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel, Boom?
So I'm gonna just be honest, it's never gonna stop. Gaming in general is toxic. Like,
Yeah.
and let's be real. And then the game of basketball. Here's the difference though, right? In the game of basketball, you can talk trash on the court, right? You're gonna do
Facts.
that. That happens, right? I talk trash all the time. I talk trash playing 2K, right? At the end of the day, for me, it's always about the game. I'm never going personal with nobody. I don't go
Right.
personal unless you try to go personal with me, right? And so it's that part that people need to separate. And that's never really going to happen because people are thumb thugs on the internet. You can say whatever to somebody without any consequences. So they're going to say
Right.
whatever comes to their mind. As content creators, we have to be more cognizant because we, especially with logos, we have a reputation to uphold. So we can't allow ourselves to get to that point. We just have to be the change that we want to see. And like I said, I'll talk trash because that's a part of the game, but I'm never going personal with anybody because at the end of the day, this is a game. It's the internet. Everybody's gonna say whatever. You just have to be able to deal with it and move on and kind of live through it. But toxicity is in every single gaming industry, so um, you just have to learn to overcome it.
And how you feel about it, Vibes?
I feel like it just comes down to how you react. To be honest, I feel like you don't have to react to these things. So yeah, I think when you react, there's a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So if we can stop that back and forth, I feel like we can ignore it a little bit more. It's less toxic. It's probably not going to be completely, less toxic, but it's gonna, it's
It'll
not going to
help.
be as
It'll
it's not
help.
going to be as toxic.
No, I
So
feel it. I
Some
feel
of it's
it. And
entertaining though.
Boom is right for real. Like it's just hard not to trash talk, especially if we're
very
keeping it
hard.
about 2K, if we're keeping it about the game. It is very difficult not to trash talk because, like, if I hit one in your face, like, I'm gonna say so. I might scream. I might be like, yeah,
In your
you know what
mouth.
I'm
That's
saying?
just the nature of
Yeah,
that's just
that's
the
the
I
nature
mean,
of it.
that's basketball though.
right.
Like
Yeah.
that happens
But I think there's a
regardless.
difference between that and like toxicity drama. Like
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
wild
it's the difference
toxicity
between
drama.
Yeah.
like game chat, trash talk, and like actually drama. Like it's different.
yeah,
Personal.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing though. Like I think you see a lot of your famous streamers and they be out here talking trash to each other, but they don't know all them dudes in the stage are cool with each other. Like don't get it
Right.
twisted. Like
Right.
this, when I had the ability to go to UPA in Dallas and watch these pros trash talk against each other. And when I tell you, they was out here talking crazy. They was out here talking crazy on that stage back and forth. But at the end of the day, they all respect each other. They want to see
Right.
each other grow. They understand that they're in the same community. And I think that's the part that the community, the casual community, does not see. And so they
Mm,
assume everybody don't like each other. So now you got to ride for your favorite 2K streamer or whatever and go crazy and go toxic in somebody else's chat. Like you don't have to do that. They're not doing that themselves. So again, it's part of the game. Those it's part of entertainment in the game because we want to see those rivalry go up against each other, like a IQ versus Garcelle type of situation. But like
Hmm.
as long as people keep it to where it's the game, that's the point that we want to keep that at. I'm not talking about somebody mama because I promise you that ain't it.
Yeah.
and I don't know what it is that gets people so butthurt. You feel me about getting crossed up? Like, all right, don't get me wrong. I've been guilty, right? Like, if I see we playing against a girl, I'm actually gonna play a little harder because I'm like, fam, I know she has a stream. I know she got like. I don't want to get
Look at the
posterized.
difference.
Yeah, no. I listen. I don't want to get. I don't want to get listen. I'm not gonna lie, boom. I'm not gonna lie. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in here that I could drop off. So I don't
I
know what you
promise you,
talking
you
about, but
can though. I
Huh?
promise you, you can.
listen,
Five.
You
listen,
wild.
Wait a minute.
Somebody better,
Yeah.
Hold
somebody
on
better
now.
tell him. Come
let's
get your
relax.
man.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Nah,
It's
I'm
a
just
joke.
kidding.
See,
Look,
that's
look, you see the energy?
I'm gonna need a wager.
I'm
But
like,
that's the you see, but that energy right there that everybody just had, that's the energy I think 2K is fun with. Like everybody was like, "What? What's up? What you say?" What like that? I like that type of energy. It makes me play better. I'm pretty sure it makes you guys play better, and it stays at the game. You feel me? There's nothing toxic about that. We talking about the game.
yeah.
We're not making it personal. Nobody's mom's involved. Nobody's talking about nobody's mom. You feel me? Like, I would hope the 2K community can get that message. I just don't know. Me personally, I don't know how we could deliver it to them besides what you said about being the change we want to see. But how many people do you think that's going to take?
Well, so piggybacking off what you say, so you four got have logos, you have opportunities that a lot of people don't have. You can actually make change in a way, So like if you was given the opportunity, especially for let's say for the female side of the community of 2K, like what would you do or what would you want to do?
I mean, I always try to big up the female content creators. Those are some of the people that I try to, if I have my community, I want to share my community with them, right? When I was in the 2K Next Makers tournament, when I got to that stage and people were coming to my stream, like that was me bigging up QueennR, me bigging up Aaliyah, me bigging up Hustle when they were in that situation to give, to show like I put on for my community. I put on for my 2K females. Like I want people to know, like, we're there. There's a lot of good females out here. Crav, Jada, like Jada so jaded. Like there's so many good people. Like you have to put big up people in that situation. And I mean, you're gonna get the hate. You're gonna get the people who say you don't deserve to be there. But you winning is that opportunity to showcase it. And keeping it lighthearted and try to be positive. That's a requirement to have a logo, is try to be a positive force, right? And so you just got to keep that grind and not let the 2K community toxicity make you lose yourself and who you are as a person.
Anybody wanna go off of that?
I'm one of those people that like I show love to the people who show love to me, and like I said before, there's a lot of competition and comparison and jealousy, especially when it comes to the female community in 2K. Um, so kind of bouncing off what Boom said when it came to like the tournament and all that, and Boom did an amazing job in that tournament, and that's actually how I met Boom. And showing love to her and her greatness and her wins, definitely. And just showing love to the people that deserve it and that work hard for it and do a great job at what they do.
Um, I say like I'm ready to do my thing. I tried to do my first two all female tournament in 21. I tried to get all the females together. We were wearing all pink. We took over the stage. It was lit. But it ended up turning out to a 3v3 wager because like a lot of females were fighting. The tournament didn't work out. They're like like messing up the rules. So it was me, Aaliyah, and Lexi versus 3 other females. I forgot. And we did a 3v3. We got a sponsorship for the wager and we won. And then in 22, I had a big female tournament. I had like 15 teams, and I brought together like females I didn't even know that played 2K. I brought them in, gave them a name. They did good. And I for sure love rating female streamers too and showing love to them. So I do got a lot of female supporters now, and I'm close with, and I love playing with sometimes, and just showing love. Yeah.
Nah, that's what's up. Going off what you're saying, would you say because of the arguing or just how how you guys might get, does that keep you from wanting to what's the
Yeah.
word, collab with other
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's hard to get females together because we're really petty. There's a lot of jealousy, and it's hard, So I'm surprised I even got a good 15 teams in 22, because I thought it was just gonna work at like 21 where there's gonna be no tournament. And yeah, so right now I'm actually trying to like get more together, and there is a lot of people joining right now. But yeah, I just hope it goes good because yeah, females, it's really hectic when it comes to like all of us collabing together.
Yeah.
And shout out to Queen of India getting that tournament together. I ain't
it's
gonna
gonna
lie.
be lit.
But like I think, see, here's the thing, right? I'm very much of, like I said, I can keep the game the game. Like you don't have to, like I said, you don't have to like me. That is okay. We don't have to like each other. That is okay. That's actually part of the storylines that people want to see. Like you want to see rivalries with people who don't like each other play the game. That's in period, right? And I feel like if we keep it to that and have that mindset that it's okay if we don't get along personally, but we bring attention to our community in a positive light, I think that will help, like we started talking about earlier, facilitate growth of QK basketball for females, right? So, like I said, I want to see the tournament. I want to see all my females participate in the tournament. Even if you don't mess with somebody that's in the tournament, you should participate because the only thing that's going to do is bring attention to the streams and to the content of the creators that's there, right? This happens all the time in the male community for 2K. Kai Iverson don't like Elite. There's a lot of rivalries back and forth with each other. Let's play that up. We don't have to put it to the point where now that's the main issue, right? But like, if that happens, that happens. I think I think it is as long as it stays in a positive light where it's only the game, it can turn into something positive for our community as a whole, right? Whether we like each other or not, I want to see everybody grow. If you got beef with me, you got beef with me. That's okay. You beefing by yourself, but you got beef with me, right? But it's all love. Like that's part of the entertainment of playing basketball, being a basketball player, playing 2K. Just keep it positive at the end of the day when the tournament's all said and done.
I think a lot of people forget at the end of the day it is just a game. We're all here playing it. We all love to play it, So it's like we all have that in common, So I mean, I sit here and play the game every day. Good or not, I'm a play it anyway because I just love basketball in general, So I think a lot of people forget that like we all have something in common, Like we shouldn't really be really fight. Which kind of leads to my next question is like, how do we get it to where it's more positive? You know what I mean? How do we get it to where it's like that? Like will 2K ever get to that? As far as the community,
I hope so. Yeah.
Because then more people want to play the game. It's just I don't know.
You
I
gotta
don't
be
know
the
this.
change. You
Yeah.
gotta be the change. Like I said, I will talk trash to you in the game. It happens. Period. Right? But at the end of the day, I want to see all my females win. I want to see the opportunities come to you. If I have an opportunity on my own to bring somebody, a smaller content creator with me, or another female content creator with me, I'm going to do that because that's me personally. That's one of my missions in life is to bring attention to women's sports in general. I love it. Right? And I think these athletes and these content creators, we don't get as much attention brought to us. And if I can be part of that change and big up my 2K sisters, I would rather do that. Like that's me personally. You have to be that way as a content creator, and sometimes it's not easy, especially if you don't get along with somebody personally. But I personally put it on as we're in a bigger goal together to bring attention to our niche, our community within the 2K community. So I just try to be the change, like I said, that I want to see in the community in general.
Yeah, I think Boom is right. One of the, I think having those rivalries, because again, it is basketball. It's fun. I like to see two players or two teams. I think don't like each other going at it because it makes it more fun. It makes it more entertaining. It makes it more interesting to see this guy lock up this dude that I know for a fact can score. It makes the game more interesting. But after that game, I would like 2K themselves to actually show these teams and show these players shaking hands and coming together because it's more about the sportsmanship.
Right.
And based off everything I'm hearing you ladies say today, I think the sportsmanship is really what's missing in the 2K female community. I see you guys have it clearly because all four of you guys can come here and say so many great things about each other and a few other females in the community. But I really do think it's the sportsmanship that's missing.
Right.
It's always like a competition, like who's the best female, who has a logo, who doesn't. who got this accomplishment first or who got this accomplishment at all. Like it's just always a competition between us, and it sucks, but that's just how it is.
It doesn't have to be that way though.
It
Like
doesn't.
what's for you is for you. What's
Mhm.
not for you is not for you.
Mhm.
So if we stop comparing ourselves to each other
Mm.
Yeah.
and just big up each other, stop having that crabs in a barrel mentality, then
Yeah.
we all can win. Like I said, there's people that I like personally that I don't like playing the game with, and that's okay.
Yeah, for
right?
sure, for sure.
Because at the end of the day, you have to, and again, that comes from the person. Like you have to be a genuine person in general, right?
Right.
But like that's the thing. It don't have to be one of us. There's so much, like it could be all of us. Do you know if we all just band together, we can take over 2K? Like
So,
it could be all of us.
Room for
what we
everybody.
That is
have,
true.
like what we have isn't impossible to have. Like
Right.
you can have it too. Everybody can have it. Like as
Right.
long as you put in the work and you're a genuine, real person and you grind for it and you're doing all the right things that you have to do, like you can have what we have. It don't have to be, oh, I don't got that, so I'm gonna hate on her or like
Right.
whatever. Like just focus on yourself, your grind, and what you gotta do to get to where we are. That's it.
Yeah.
Comparison is the thief of joy. Stop comparing yourselves. We don't need to compare ourselves. We need to big up each other. If I look at Aaliyah been going crazy. She has crazy numbers across all platforms. That should motivate me, not be like, oh, I'm a poop on Aaliyah because I don't want to see her win. What kind of mentality is that? Like I want to see everybody win. It's enough money out here for all of us. There's enough opportunity out here for all of us. Imagine if we all band together and we all end up at community aid next year.
Yeah, that'd be lit.
Instead of that small picture with 12 to 15 people in it, it could be 30, 40. Just from us showing love to each other. Like,
I mean, do you think it's time for an all girl, you know what I'm saying, 2K clan that's doing it the way you saying it? That's what it sounds. I'm not giving y'all no ideas or nothing, wink wink. But I'm saying like you guys seem to be on the same page. Do you think that would move the community forward in general? Like seeing a group of women, you feel me? I don't want to say girls because y'all women, a group of women really band together like that and take over and beat 5v5 teams, 3v3 teams, 1v1s, all
That'd be
that.
tough.
That'd be tough. You think it's time for that?
definitely is. I think it's going to come down to the character of the people that's involved.
Yeah.
Like I said, again, it's a character driven trait. You have to want to see each other win genuinely.
Right.
Even if you have disagreements with each other. I fight with my teammates all the time. Trust me. They keep me humble. Like I got a teammate consistently every single time I pull up to the chat, he called me a bum. Like, and it's okay because but you have to have that mentality, like to stay humble and to stay yourself and be a genuine character for that. It can definitely be possible. There are people out here. I run with several female content creators, right? At the end of the day, everybody has to want each other to win genuinely and not allow when opportunities go to one person as opposed to another person. Don't allow that to stop them from winning their ground or put that animosity in between them. And so it's just going to depend on the group of people who are in it. And I know it could be done. It just depends on the person.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll say like recently I got picked up to a 3v3 pro-am team, Vegas Dogs, and the manager was like, oh, I need one more female guard. I'm like, oh, okay. Then they said like a bigger female. Then I was like, oh no, like I got my girl Jada YT, like she's really good, she's underrated. I want to help her out, give her a name. And she got in the tournament and she did hella good. We got in the 5th round of the Coinbase, and yeah, we did hella good. So I just love like giving support back, especially to females, because I want to see them win, and especially if they support me, of course I want them to win like with me, so like I love like giving support back all the time.
I mean, I don't know, it's hard, especially like us being females. There's a lot of females that have there's a lot of females that I haven't met or had a personal conversation with and have animosity towards me or have their own, like Boom said, their own beef with me that I don't have. But I mean, it just takes a group of females to like lay that all down and just be genuine, real females and support one another.
Hmm.
And be
Okay,
able to
so I
talk out
mean,
drama, bro.
Mm.
right? No, facts. So I mean, to round it all off in closing, what do you guys think the 2K community can do to really assist female streamers right now, especially with the way the streaming market is going and all these other things? If you could talk to the male streamers, or not even streamers, but the male viewers, female viewers, male streamers, female streamers, if you could tell them one thing right now that they can do to help assist the 2K females, what would you tell them? We could start with Aaliyah.
Um, I I mean, all it takes is support, whether that's a view, a lurk, a host, um, certain things that keep us pushing, keep us going, keep our streams going, keep our streams pushing. Um, just supporting one another and like Queen said, seeing each other win, like one another win and wanting to see one another win.
What you got, Queen?
I say about the same thing. You know, support is a major thing. It could be the littlest thing, just a tab, just a like, just a Twitter repost. You know, anything like that, or even a little message like, "Oh, you're doing good," because I get a lot of those, and that means the world to me. Especially like on my Discord chat, like there's a lot of females in there, a lot of males. They always say, "Oh, good job, Queen," like congrats. That means the world to me. And I
Mm-hmm.
say that that pushes me to go forward, and yeah, that motivates me a lot.
What about you, Vibes?
I feel like just showing support towards us. I feel like is a really big jump for us. You know, um, yeah, support is the biggest for me.
And last but not least, Boom.
No, like I said, echoing everybody is really putting us on a platform to and showcasing the talent that's there. There's a lot of talent in the 2K community when it comes to females. You got Craft, you got Aaliyah, you got QueennR. There's a lot of people. Renee. There's a lot of people you can name, right? But a lot of people don't know who they are, right? And so it's like doing things like QueennR is doing with India, where you're having female tournaments to be able to showcase the talent within the community, make it a bigger spectacle. Um, you have people like I just personally I want to give a shout out to iPod because again, without him, I wouldn't have been able to be on a platform as Uncle Demi's, right? In an Uncle Demi tournament, right? And so having bigger content creators who are willing, and even EJ with, picking up the certain people that he does, right? Is when you have that platform to be able to be part of that change and share your community with them. And then it's up to that content creator once they have that, right, to actually perform. iPod could have picked me for the tournament, but if I performed like Boo Boo, I wouldn't be in the position that I am in today, right?
Right,
So for
right.
me is when you get those opportunities, showcase your talent, showcase who you are as a person, and that will gravitate a community to your community towards you, you know. But yeah, it's up to you to perform. It's up to us to put on, be a change, and put on female content creators and content creators in general, um in those platforms and in those post positions. So it's happening a lot behind the scenes, and now it's on us as a community to perform and also put that, make it a often type of thing so you can see them in there. Also, shout out to Joe Vegas with the women in gaming. That's a huge opportunity as well.
All right, so we're gonna end it off with that. A lot has been said. We're gonna try to keep this going. You feel me? Like a lot of light isn't really isn't shined on females. You know, and I feel like there should be a lot more talked about. We should definitely get it out a lot more. Like this right here is was a W. I appreciate everybody that came out. You know, shout out to Aaliyah, shout out to QueennR, Vibes, Boom. Like you guys were able to come out here, give y'all ideas, your thoughts, your feeling, your feelings, everything put into it. It's just I feel like it means a lot. We need to do this a lot more often. However, you do it if you're throwing tournaments or just helping each other out or even just talking to each other. You know what I mean? I think just as a whole, we should come together. It just makes it a lot better. It makes the journey a lot more fun. Less stressful. Because this isn't easy. Streaming in general isn't easy, and from what we all heard today, being a female streamer is even harder. So I appreciate every one of y'all. We support you. I support you. I'm always there. We're always just a message away. So shout out to you guys. I really appreciate y'all. Chat, appreciate y'all in here. I'm gonna end here, but we're gonna be live later through Quick Kick. So make sure you guys tune in for that. But we're gonna have this circulating through Twitter. You feel me? We're gonna try to keep this going.
Hey,
Not
Steve,
let it die out. What's up?
they want you to say AFR, man.
AFR?
AFR in the chat.
I
They
fully
saying
support it.
all females rise clan.
That's
Oh,
hard. Wait, that's low key hard.
It's crazy.
That's a fire name, bro.
You can even make it like if it ever came to be, it could be like an organization, not even necessarily a clan. Make it an org.
Look at them. They really in there
Like,
saying
that's
say
hard.
2K AFR. Like that's
you
hard.
might get that trending, yo. Get that trending on Twitter. Hashtag AFR. You feel me? Like,
That's
I
dope.
can
But,
do that.
I
I
can
can
that
do
too. Shout out to Frank.
Yeah.
but
Thanks for having.
yeah, if you guys
Thank
want
you
to
for
say anything, yeah, of course. No, I appreciate you guys
appreciate
coming
y'all.
out. I appreciate you coming
Thank
out.
you.
But no, this was a W. Shout out to my boy Rob. Rob does this. This is what he do. Rob does his podcasting stuff, so he was able to
It's
come
fire.
out, and help us out. You feel me? So
Anytime, man. Anytime.
make
Y'all
sure you
fun,
guys
man. Y'all was a little timid at first. I feel it,
It's
though.
my first podcast, so I'm like a
Yeah.
little nervous.
I gotta remember, I'm dealing with.
Share.
I'm
I feel
dealing
like
with
with the
logoed up.
questions you guys had, you definitely had this planned months ago.
We had to really think that, Mark.
It's crazy.
have
You
me
know what's
like,
crazy?
Tell him, Steve.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be
Caught me
real.
off guard.
Me and Rob wrote this joint up like an hour before.
Terrible.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Oh,
not gonna
that's
lie.
funny.
When I tell you we wrote this up like an hour before, we always plan like the goal that I'm trying to do with this whole Sayings Pod thing is to bring certain conversations that isn't really talked about to light. You know what I mean? And especially with that whole Brazy thing, I feel like this was the perfect time and the perfect first episode to really get this out there. You know what I mean? This is gonna be the only time we're gonna do this. You know what I mean? We're gonna have different female creators. If you guys want to come back out, you guys can come back out. If you feel me? The second episode is gonna be about mental health, which we kind of touched on a little bit here. So, and that's a big issue as well. That's for everybody, just not male or female. You feel me? So, yeah, but
this is actually what I do. That hour that we did it, that's much more time than I've had to do it on other things I had to do, like with production and podcasting and radio. It can get hectic. So me and Steve talking about a few questions we could ask you guys to really get y'all going. It wasn't too difficult. I know y'all enjoyed them though. I know y'all
Yeah,
enjoyed
they were
them.
good. They were good.
Made me think a lot, actually.
had to get
Good,
Boom as a
good.
co-host. She was out here. She was giving her answers.
Yeah, Boom got it.
Boom was booming.
I was just sitting here just listening.
I may or may not have my own podcast, but it's cool.
Oh, okay.
A Boom podcast? You should
Not
make one.
me.
You talk
I
good.
do. I do. Oh, thank you.
You
Thank
talk
you.
good. Yeah.
Thank you. I be trying to be politically correct, man. I ain't trying to make nobody mad. Don't come for me on Twitter though.
I'm only politically correct on here when all of y'all here. Anywhere else, I'm not all that great. On my podcast, I'm not that great. Pretty bad, but it's okay though. It's not the worst.
Shout out to Miss Ann in the chat too. She been holding it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Mrs. Sane.
Miss Ann always hold it down.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and end this. It was a, like I said, it was a great first episode. Shout out to the chat, man. We appreciate y'all. Besides that, everybody, you guys have a good night, and